Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. In this video, I'm going to show you how to tie in the bathroom that I've already run the in-floor water pipe into a manifold, basically into a water main. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to move the main stop, I'm going to move the PRV, and then I'm going to tie in hot and cold for the bathroom, as well as I'm going to make up 3 high pressure hose bibs, one for the deck, one for the yard, and then one for the garage. So guys, by the end of this video, you're gonna see what modern water pipe looks like, where you're going to have valves for everything, and I'm also going to show you how to do high pressure hose bibs. So guys, with that in mind, what we'll do now is material and tools. Alright guys, this is our material and our tools list. So I've got a 1/2 inch roll of PEX. It's 100 feet. It's in a coil. I've got conduit 90s. I've got 2 3/4 ball valves. I got 1 3/4 stop and drain. I have a couple lengths of 3/4 PEX. I got 1/2 inch PEX. Guys, that is my PEX tray with fittings, rings, and everything else I could need. And then for tools, I've got 3/4 crimpers, 1/2 inch crimpers, and then PEX cutters. Guys, this is what I need to do this job, so let's get started. Alright guys, so our in-floor is now done. We got a toilet line there. Here we still have to backfill it. Guys, the top line is going to be the top of the slab. So the conduit 90s right here, they need to be just above it. This one here, what I'll do is I'll break it later at the floor level, and then we'll put a scutcheon over it, and then you won't see it. And then guys, over there, that will be our manifold. And once again, all the conduit 90s need to be above the level of the concrete, just sticking out. Okay, so the stop needs to be moved back here, and then we're going to move the PRV back to this location here, and then we're going to tie in our hose bib. Alright guys, so as a rule of thumb, put your thumb and then cut. There's no measuring with water pipes, not necessary. Alright, there's our PRV. Alright guys, our PRV, our pressure reducing valve. So maybe I'll put it there. But this is city side. After this is domestic. This is 100 pounds or whatever the city side is. After we reduce pressure, this is domestic side, which is about 65 to 70 pounds. Okay, so now with this mocked up, our city side we have 100 pounds. This will go to our hose bibs, and then this will be the domestic side going to the house with all the fixtures. And guys, stuff like this, straps should not be touching PEX. So what they did is they used 1-inch screws here into a 1/2 inch of drywall. These are too short. I'm going to go up to 1.5 inch screws. Alright guys, so cold is the first one, hot is the second one, and then the one here, this is our main. So this is our main shutoff. This will be for our hose bibs, and then I'm going to tie in the cold on the downstream side of the PRV, and then our hot, which is here, we're going to bring it back up here, and then it's going to go back and then connect to that, and then we'll have water for this bathroom. Alright guys, this is a perfect example of prefab. So I crimped this ring on first, and then I crimped this ring on second. If you crimp this ring on first, because there's a duct here, there's no way that you're going to be able to crimp this one on later. So this is what we call prefabricate. This will take experience, but you're going to eventually figure out how to crimp things so you know which is the last crimp to make, so everything works out. If you crimp it the wrong way, you may have to cut it out or change something to make it work. Alright guys, so this is our finished piping. So that is our main shutoff for everything. The city side is on this side. This is 100 pounds. Our PRV, our pressure reducing valve, is here. This is domestic pressure, which is 6570. So this valve here will shut off everything that goes to our tankless, which is right here. I've taken 3/4 for the bathroom. We have a shut off there. Our hot comes up. We have a shut off there. That'll be for the hot side of the bathroom. And then guys, here I have tied in 3/4 on the city side, 100 pounds. We have our stop and drain there, and then our takeoffs for our hose bibs. So guys, what I've done here is we'll have 3 high pressure hose bibs, and then we'll have 3/4 feeding the bathroom. Alright guys, now we're on the other side of the wall. So the top one there, that is our water main that comes here and all the way down, coming from the ground. So this is the actual feed for everything. And then from the other side, we have our cold back here. We have our hot. So I went down the studs. I did a manifold with fittings. So we have fittings. So we have 3/4. 3/4 will feed to the second to last, and then we'll have half and half. For the hot, we only have 2 fittings. We have the sink, and then we have the shower. The top line here goes to the hose bib that is upstairs on the deck, and then this here goes to the hose bib that goes out into the yard. So guys, that completes the roughen portion of the water pipe for this job. The last things will be, after fixtures are put in, put a stop on for the toilet, and then a couple stops on for the hot and cold for the sink. But that'll be in the finishing phase. So guys, this is rough and water pipe complete. So what we'll do now is an overview of this job. Alright guys, so that concludes this project. So I had to do this in phases because the in-floor water pipe, the under slab, that had to be done, and then concrete had to be poured. Once the concrete was poured, I was able to make the manifold. So the manifold is just out of fittings. Yes, you can get pre-made manifolds, but in this case, because it's only one bathroom, I think it's easier and cheaper just to use PEX fittings. The time on this job, the time was about 5 hours. Doing the main was pretty quick, but doing the manifold and the in-floor was the longest, because it all had to be dug out. It had to be put in place before concrete was poured. The cost of this job, the cost was about $400. The PEX fittings are horribly expensive. The pipe isn't expensive, oddly enough, with copper. The pipe's horribly expensive, but the fittings aren't expensive. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope something here is going to help you on your project when you need to go ahead and do that. Guys, until next time, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next project.